What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay and your boy Cobra, who's not present at the moment, but you already know why. Today, guys, I am back with another reaction video. So today, guys, I'm gonna be reacting to something that I don't know why. I just hit my camera. I don't know how I'm looking right now. I figured out when I edit it, y'all love me because we family. We alright. Three creepy. I fixed it the best I could without getting up because I was like, three creepy true hiking horror stories. I don't do horror. I'm not in the horror movie type phase. I don't like that. I've never been. I'm scary. I'm a scary cat. I don't like that stuff. But I just thought I would give it a try just for you guys. I'm so glad I'm doing this in the daytime. Cause I'm downstairs by myself. Let's just get into it. Let's go. Okay, so now wait, is it gonna be the actual footage of the scariness? Because if it is, I'm gonna turn it off right now. I can't do the footage.
I once took a trek on the Appalachian Trail in Pennsylvania,
just visual,
which is the longest hiking-only trail in the world. I went it alone just for fun. I went late in the fall though, so it was cold and there weren't many other people hiking.
Problem two.
In fact, I think I only ran into like 2 other people going the opposite way. The part of the trail I was on was in thick forest, and it was definitely a scenic walk. The trail ran alongside a small river, and nothing could be heard but the sound of the flowing river and the early morning birds chirping. It was time for me to sit down and take a break, so I found a big rock sitting aside the river and sat down on it. I took a sip of my Gatorade, and then I could swear I was hearing a baby's cries coming from the distance. It was coming from further down the trail in the direction I was walking.
Problem
Of course,
one.
I had to get
You
up and
went
follow
by
the sound of it
yourself.
because of that off chance that a baby was stranded in the woods alone.
See?
As I walked further down the trail, though, it seemed like the baby's cries stayed the same distance away. This went on for like half a minute of walking fast before I gave up, and assumed it was somebody with a baby walking down the trail. I sat down on another rock I found on the side of the trail by the river. Eventually the crying seemed to just stop. Like it didn't fade away really, it just stopped abruptly.
Three! Was we on
I sat
three?
on that rock for 5 minutes, just taking in the nature and taking a few videos on my phone. That's when I heard footsteps approaching nearby. Expecting to see another hiker walking the trail, I saw some frantic-looking woman hurrying over to me. She came so fast and so close that it actually scared me. She stopped uncomfortably close to my face and started screaming at me, "Have you seen my baby?" I calmly told her I heard a baby crying not too long ago, and told her to follow me. We walked quickly down the trail in the direction I was chasing the sounds of the baby earlier. I looked back every few seconds to make sure she was keeping up with me. Eventually I summoned up the nerve to ask her how on earth she lost her baby, but she didn't answer. So I turned around again and stopped when I saw she was gone. And the weird thing, she was right on my tail just 10 seconds ago.
See?
I screamed out for her a few times, but the only sounds around me were the sounds of the birds chirping and the river. I figured even if she trailed off away from me, I would at least still be able to see her in the distance.
Yeah.
I stood there for a long time deciding what to do next. Just move on with my life and continue the trail, or walk back and try to find this woman.
Move on with your life.
I
I'm
did
sorry,
one
that
more
sounds
quick
bad, but we gotta go.
180-degree scan of the area we just came from. And what I saw next may not sound very disturbing, but it was disturbing to me in that very spot. I saw the woman standing across the river, arms hanging lifelessly at her sides, and she was looking at me. Not saying anything, not moving a muscle, blank expression. Just standing like a statue, watching me. I had made up my decision right there, and that was to move the hell on with my life right there.
Yes.
I walked as fast as I could away from there, until my calves hurt from walking so fast for so long. Eventually, I made it back to my car after looping around another trail. I cut the hike short after what happened. I was truly unsettled by it, and even started to question my sanity. Like, did that actually even happen?
Right.
It seemed so unreal, and yet, at the same time, it felt real in the sense that I lived it. I just want to know if anyone else who hiked the Appalachian Trail had any kind of freakish experiences like this.
Oh, heck no. Heck no. You don't go places like that by yourself. That's just not
I have a
okay.
preserve by my house since we live in a highly populated suburban area and there isn't much green. It's a huge preserve with miles and miles worth of biking and hiking trails. So long story short, one night in 2016 at like 11 at night, I decided to go for a run. I'm weird in the sense that I like to avoid people when I
Wait a
go for
minute.
runs.
You said
That's
11
just
at
how I
night?
am. I held my phone with a tight grip with the flashlight on and started my run at the edge of the preserve onto the dirt hiking trail.
Dirt hiking trail
I
at
felt
11
I
at
had
night.
more energy running at night too. It was weird. I don't know how to describe it. There were no lights at all. It was all just nature. There was also a dead body that came up in the previous week in the preserve. But I didn't really let that concern me too much since I live in one of the safest neighborhoods in the state. It was also a weeknight, so there was literally no one else in this preserve but me.
I don't have time.
Well, that's at least what I thought.
But you
I
seen a
got
dead
tired after
body.
about 10
But it's
minutes
still
of
the
running.
safest
Yeah, I
net.
used to be out of shape. I
Not
had
seen
to
that,
catch
but you
my
heard it
breath,
was a
so
dead
the
body.
first bench I found, I sat down on. I have to admit, it was creepy as hell being in a pitch black preserve like that all alone. It feels the same as being alone in the middle of the forest. There were weird sounds coming from all around, and to be quite honest with you, it was scaring me. Of course, most of them were animals, so when I heard leaves and sticks crunching nearby, I assumed it was a raccoon or fox or something. But anyone's worst nightmare came true when I noticed something tall hiding behind one of the trees. I couldn't quite tell what it was because an iPhone's flashlight is only so bright.
Right.
I stood up and walked a little closer.
Why?
And I was kind of doing a crouch walk because for some reason I thought that would make me more low-key. I got close enough to where I saw a hand wrapped around one of the trees.
Oh, really?
The hand was in a white glove, though. I felt like my heart sank. Like I was suddenly in a life or death situation before I could even see who was behind that tree. Then they finally decided to reveal themselves.
Oh, no.
Someone dressed as a clown stepped into the range of my flashlight. I wanted to wait until now to mention this was back during the clown epidemic in 2016. From what I could see in the little light I had, this person went all out with his clown costume. From the makeup right down to the clown shoes.
I
The most
couldn't
disturbing
stand
part
that.
was the bat with a large foot-long spike wedged through it that he was holding.
That clown
His
stuff
head was angled
really
down to
was
give a
annoying.
more menacing, terrifying look,
People was
and
really
he walked
dying.
very slowly towards me. I had only one option, and that was to run as fast as I could,
Run.
even though I was already so tired.
You're going to have to pull it together.
I didn't run on the trail.
Well,
Instead, I ran into the woods until I felt like I was going to puke. Then I shut off the flashlight and crouched down behind a tree.
oh my
I
God.
heard running zoom past me, maybe 10 feet away. When the footsteps faded away into the distance, I ran back to the trail and ran all the way back the way I came. And I actually puked by the time I made it to the street just from running so much. I didn't mention it before, but everyone figured that the dead body found the week before was linked to the clown epidemic.
Yes.
It should go without saying I stayed away from the preserve for a while, and I definitely never went in there past dark ever again.
Thank you. Thank you,
Dear
sir.
Dr. Beekman, when I first found
Well,
out I had
just-
been diagnosed with stage
People
3
do
breast
stuff
cancer,
alone. I just don't
was in shock and
understand. I don't
disbelief.
understand
With your guidance and
understand it.
support, I knew I was never alone, and for that,
I don't get it. You know better than this. At 11 p.m. at night, your life was almost gone.
I went on a
bruh.
solo camping trip to the woods a few miles from my house. After setting up camp and eating, I took a half-hour nap in my tent and went for a hike. It was a normal hike in a rather quiet forest, until I thought I could hear footsteps nearby.
I'm never going camping like
I could
this.
have just chalked them up to being the footsteps
Ever.
of an animal.
We went camping.
They
We went
kind
to
of
the
sounded
RV
human-like,
parks.
if that makes
Where everybody
sense.
there with their RV.
Considering how deep into the woods I was and how far from any real urbanization I was, it would definitely be odd to cross paths with another person there. I didn't go looking around for anyone though, I just continued with my hike. When I got back to my tent, the first thing that I noticed was that the zipper to my tent was undone and the door flap was open. Right away, my heart was racing at the thought of someone having been in my tent. I checked to make sure that nobody was still in there first, and then went inside to see that my bag had been gone through. Surprisingly, nothing was taken though. I contemplated packing up and moving spots, but I figured it was pointless. Whoever came already scoped out the place and left. Therefore,
up
they
and go
wouldn't have a
home.
reason to come back. Fast forward to that night when I finally got my tent to go to sleep.
Just,
A few minutes after getting in my sleeping bag, I heard a noise. The first time I heard it, I had no idea what it could be. But the second time I heard it, it sounded like a staticky breathing sound. I sat up and looked around my tent, and at that point it went silent. So after sitting up with my heart racing for a decent while, I laid back down and tried to move past it.
I can't.
But after not even having my eyes closed for 10 seconds, I heard it again. Some kind of grainy, staticky breathing noise. I started digging through my bag and found something I knew for certain I didn't bring with me. I pulled out a huge, archaic-looking walkie-talkie type thing, and the static was emanating from that. I instantly associated it with the footsteps and whoever searched my
What
tent.
is the instinct to
But
go?
all I was thinking was, why would they put that there?
To talk to you.
Just then, the static stopped, and there was a breathing sound once more coming from the big walkie-talkie type thing.
He about to say
And then in a
something.
deep, almost unintelligible whisper, I heard the words, "I'm outside your tent." It's crazy how in just a couple seconds, your whole world can change, and how your whole body can become overcome with fear. I frantically pressed buttons on the oversized
Oh my
walkie-talkie until it finally seemed to turn off. Then, I heard something hit the ground outside, something heavy. I had a choice. Do I stand ground and protect my belongings and myself, or do I make a straight dash for the pickup truck?
Forget the belongings.
When I heard
Just
something
protect
else hit the ground
yourself.
right outside the tent,
Run.
I chose the latter and made a run for my pickup. I left behind my tent, my sleeping bag, and other equipment.
You don't need all
But in
that.
reality, none of that stuff really mattered when my life was potentially on the line. For all I know, it was some kind of trap to just get me to leave all my stuff behind for them to take. Or it could have genuinely been someone who intended on harming me.
Heck no. Heck no. I will never understand why people go do things of that sort by themselves. I will never understand it. I'm not saying I would never go on a hiking trip. However, I'm probably gonna go somewhere where it's at a time where it's a whole bunch of people there, everybody together wants to hike, and we going to hike, and it's a quick trip, just a quick hike, everybody hour, we going for an hour, everybody get stuff, we leaving out. That's it. I'm not staying overnight. I'm not doing none of that stuff. I'm not going at night. I'm definitely not going for myself. I'm not gonna run down a preserve where I heard it was a dead. Y'all, I just can't. I can't. And people want to know why stuff like this happens to them, because you're there by yourself. And not only are you there by yourself, you're doing stuff like staying over. And you're doing stuff like deep down in the forest, nobody there but you. Two people going the opposite way. But you didn't think, like, where's the instincts? Where is the discernment? You've got to go. You've got to know when to go. And I know my discernment's so strong, I'm just not even going to try. I'm not even going to try. Alright, y'all, so that was the creepy reaction to Mr. Nightmare's 3 creepy hiking horror stories, which I don't want to do those again. But if you want to see that again, if you want our little story time to continue, I do it for y'all. Just not all the time, okay? Because I told y'all I'm scared. I don't like stuff like that, and it was honestly creeping me out. As you can see, I had to preoccupy myself with things like looking at my phone and such, so I wouldn't be so startled. But guys, yes, that was the video. If you liked it, please make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up. That means like it. Hit the bell for the post notifications. That's what I was trying to say. So you can notify when I'm gonna put these videos up. Comment down below. I'm gonna be doing a little affordable, because we ain't got big bank like that yet. We will one day, just not yet. We're gonna be doing a little affordable giveaway for when we hit 1K. So comment down below those ideas. Just something that's gonna be, that you would appreciate, and that we can afford to give you all, because we love you. And hitting 1K that's amazing. And yeah. So, I think I said everything I need to say. Follow the social media platforms. Is that what I'm saying? Please do that, though. It's always at the end of the video, so make sure you do that. And what else was I gonna say? yeah, also comment some things that you want me to do besides reactions, because we gotta make our content on the channel more diverse and more, you know, just different than just reacting all the time, because we don't want to eventually start getting like strikes and all this type of stuff. We don't want to do that. So comment down some things of that sort, and yeah, we're gonna get down and write down the nitty gritty, and I'm probably gonna do another video because I told y'all I gotta be consistent and get these things out. So I'll catch you in the next video, okay?